Yeah, I think we're recording now. Hey, YouTubers and everybody else. Well, one of the cool things about building your own radical blue welding cart is that you instantly learn what needs to be, or what you can do better. And I need more hooks to hang things. And today, got my shop helper and buddy Joel, and he's going to actually be pulling the trigger on the welder. So, pretty cool, pretty brave. Look at that, welder. Alright, so one thing today is I'm going to be shielding the camera from the welder arc until I figure out some sort of safety deal for the sensor, or maybe get a cheaper camera for that. I just don't want to risk this particular camera. Anyway, if anybody knows, on the, gosh, I don't remember the designation now, but the welder plug-in that I had to wire into my shop here looks like a big, giant, cartoonish sized normal plug-in, and it's got the two hot legs and ground. I put the plug in, the orientation, just like I would a normal outlet. But I think that's upside down given how my big ol' extension cord works. Anybody know? Leave me a comment. Thanks. Gonna grab the welder here, pull it over like this, and we can set the brake. I do think we're gonna add more hooks and such. But then we'd have to buzz off a bit of paint, and don't have time for that right now. Over on this side is where I keep this, it's a NEMA 650. I don't know. Yeah, it was fun wiring that up. Not a big fan of doing my own 220 work. Alright, so now we've got power, and we'll turn on some gas. And I've been running this, just regular MIG wire. I've been running about, I don't know, I think I started around 20, I guess that would be cubic feet per hour, but I backed it down to around 15. I think that's kind of the standard. Fire up the machine. So we got the gas, got the machine. Now for this project, I don't have to do much with the with my ground hook. Just leave it on here, actually. But I love having the hooks, and I've looked at some other folks' designs on YouTube, and I think the more hooks the better. So we'll probably be grinding some paint and moving that way. Alright. I think that'll do. Let's see if we can get that a little better. There we go. Alright. So now, that's another thing too. I need a gun holder. I'm kind of still thinking about different mods to the cart. But I'm going to set this right here because we're not quite ready yet. Because we're going to do what next?
Grinding.
Yeah, we're going to do some grinding. So, what we found here, a couple leftover pieces of rod from when we did this stuff. And what I think we're going to do tonight is stick them here and here. And what that'll do is it'll just give us enough area to hang things like a respirator or a mask. Yeah. And I think we can add more as time goes on. So, here, why don't you go ahead and take your helmet off, throw that respirator on, buddy. And then get this in the vise. And I think, actually, I'm going to move the welder real quick so I don't have to deal with that. I found if you want to get a couple pieces of metal in like this, if you can get them and give it a little pressure like that, you can kind of hold them and then tighten the vise, and I guess that's one way to get two pieces in. And what we're going to do here is, yeah, Joel didn't like the noise from this, but what we're going to do here is we're going to grind around, kind of soften that up, take off this little extra metal here. And I think I'm going to put a little groove in it just to kind of help it sit here. But take off that brake. Move this out of the way to get the keep it out of the sparks. And we'll throw this on. And this will be okay. Point those sparks over there. Plug it in. I always like to unplug this thing when I'm not using it, especially if I'm changing a wheel. It's just a little too scary of a tool. Yeah, here's a plug for the Ferd discs, PFERD from Germany. My buddy Bodie over at the Renton Central Welding Supply, great guy, but he turned me onto these discs, and they do better than the cheap ones I got at the other stores. So anyway, here we go. Alright, I think that'll do it. And here's another plug for this type of plier. If you got a MIG style welder and you're running, I'm shooting MIG or solid core or anything through it, get a pair of these so you can pull the crap out of your nozzle. Just save yourself a huge headache. Alright. Bring that over here. That's where it's kind of in your view. Alright, buddy. Are you ready to come over here and pull the trigger?
A moment. I just have to get my helmet on.
Oh, good
and my
job.
Gloves.
Alright, you got the respirator?
I don't need a respirator.
Well, for welding you do.
Okay. Remember last time I didn't use it?
Well, this time you should.
I don't want to use it.
Alright, I'm going to shield the camera so that we don't incur any sensor
Do you
damage.
Need this? You need this?
Why don't you wear it, buddy?
No. Fine if it last.
Alright, well then hold your breath. Alright, we're going to go ahead and tack these on. Alright, bud, let's do this one at a time. Get that out of here.
And hold that on?
Yeah, but let me get a little bit of wire out and we got a little bit of wire out.
Yeah.
Why don't you hold that, but don't pull the trigger yet, okay? Alright, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'm going to set this here, and don't do anything until I get my helmet down. And I'm going to help hold on to it, alright? And I wonder... Pull those over there. Yeah, see how level I can hold this. Alright, let's bring this gun in here. Remember how close I showed you to get it? Right about there. Good job, buddy. Look at that! Woo! Nicely done. Hey, when you got these, you just trim that bad boy right down. Nicely done. All right.
Can we do the other one now?
We can try again in a second, buddy.
Yeah.
Here, look. So I'm going to do a little trick here I saw Chucky 2009 do. That's just use a wrench to straighten things up. I think we went kind of permanent with that one. All right, look at that. Thing's hot. All right, you ready to do it again, buddy? All Alrighty, this
Can I
time.
this up?
Yeah, I already did. Let me get it positioned. Okay, this time, don't weld about half the amount of time you did last
How many
time.
seconds?
Just 1 second, just like bzzzt.
Okay.
Just enough to, we're tacking it on.
And put mine down.
Hmm?
Put the welding mask down.
Ah, okay, let me tell you when I'm ready here.
Wait, what's the thingy?
Hmm?
What's the thingy? There?
Oh, the welder?
Yeah, the welder thingy.
Right here, buddy.
Ready?
Yep.
Nope.
Go on. That's right. Did you see that? Did you see that, YouTube? Joel just did a weld all by himself. I held it. He did it. He held the gun. He did the whole thing. Way to go, buddy. Right on. Well, look at that.
Just so you know, I'm only 11. This is my first time welding.
First time.
And I'm only 11.
So I think what we'll do here, are you going to give me a chance to do a little welding?
No.
Oh, come on.
I like to do it. It's fun.
I know you do, but you got to let me
Fine,
do
I'll
it.
do it.
It's my welder.
Okay, fine.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm just gonna buzz a little bit in on the back here, and then we'll clean it up. All right?
Okay.
Now you gonna stand over there?
Wait.
Well, I'm gonna do it. You can stand over there. Put your helmet down though. Well, I gotta have an opportunity to weld.
I'm gonna sit right
Come on, I fired the welder up and got it out and plugged it in. I want to use it. I hope the camera sensor handled that. It would be a bummer if it didn't. Anyway, look at that, buddy. We got new hooks. Woo! So while those cool down, stack that there for a second. Now that's part of the reason that I left this handle unpainted, was so that I could do something like this. I kind of saw it coming, but also it was really handy to be able to drag it around with the handle while painting it. Now I wish these weren't so hot so we could start hanging stuff on them. Alrighty, well, we can at least do this. We can turn our gas off.
Maybe we can turn that thing off. Shall I unplug it?
Turn the welder off. Yeah, go for it, buddy.
Just turn that thing off.
Just turn it off. That's what it does when you turn her off.
Okay, did it.
Good job, buddy boy. Yeah, I'm kind of undecided on the best way to hang this up as well. Good job, buddy. Good job.
Should we put this thing in? Oh,
Here,
I'm
come here. Just hold on to it. I'm going to wind it and stick it back on the cart. Oh, look at that. Figured out how to make a mess out of it, huh? Alright, hang that right there. Let's see, we got that closed. And unfortunately these are still a little hot, but well, what do you think, buddy?
Good.
What do you think come tell YouTube what you think of your first welding experience.
It was awesome.
Yeah? You want to do it more?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to do another video here, maybe even tonight, I don't know, but we picked up this Predator 212, and gosh, I don't know, just for a little welding practice with some scrap I got. I think I was thinking about making a little motor mount for it, just have something for it to bolt down to so we can run it and let it do its 3-hour break-in period. So then when we get the cart, we're ready to rally it. Anyway, thanks for watching.